Have you ever wondered how some people can take the most basic outfits and make them look so stylish and elegant? Well, the answer to that is accessorizing. So if you've always wanted to be able to effortlessly add that wow factor, that little spice that just takes your outfit to the next level, then you've come to the right video. Hi, if you don't know me, my name is Marie and I'm all about making fashion make sense. And today I'm sharing my go-to tips on how to shop for quality pieces and how to match your jewelry for a cohesive look so that you can instantly elevate the clothes that you already own to feel more stylish and elegant. So first, let's talk about how jewelry can elevate your outfit and what type of jewelry you can use to do so. Jewelry is such a powerful way to elevate your daily outfits or your capsule wardrobe if that is something that you've been looking to do. This video has so kindly been sponsored by Pascal, who is a brand that is redefining luxury in the jewelry world. So instead of focusing on status and sky-high price tags, Pascal is all about quality, sustainability, and making timeless elegance accessible to more people. Their diamonds are lab-grown, which means no mining, no displacement of wildlife, and no harm to communities or the planet. Pascal also includes unique colored lab-grown diamonds, which are these vibrant, eye-catching gems that aren't your typical traditional diamond style. I like to think of these as little pieces of wearable art that are just perfect for expressing your personal style. Some of my favorite jewelry that I personally like to wear are earrings, watches, and rings. My outfits never feel complete without earrings, and I personally really like statement earrings. They instantly draw attention to your face, and a really unique pair can easily take even the simplest outfit to the next level. These are the gemstone hoop earrings. It's 18 karat solid gold vermeil on sterling silver with these gorgeous sparkling lab-grown gemstones. I also really love watches because they're just the perfect combination between functionality and style. And again, a good, stylish, and unique watch can instantly take the most simplest outfit to the next level. This is the oval bubble diamond watch. I love the vintage look of this. It just feels so timeless and elegant. It features a brown leather strap that is interchangeable so that you can switch it up depending on what your mood is. I got it in gold, and it also has these two little lab-grown white diamond details on the inside, which I think is super cute. Then we have rings, which I think is a jewelry piece that often gets overlooked. I usually wear rings more for myself than for anyone else because I feel like rings can really add that personal little touch, and you can wear them layered or as singles. This is the Geo Signet ring in 18 karat gold vermeil on sterling silver with a little white lab-grown diamond detail. What I really like about Pascal is their commitment to making luxury more inclusive and also more sustainable. You can find out more about Pascal and their collection through the link in the description box below. There you will also find my exclusive discount code that will save you 20% off your next Pascal order. Thank you so much, Pascal, for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get back into it. So besides earrings, watches, and rings, we also have necklaces and bracelets. These are like the small little details that are super easy to start out with and can really set the tone for your outfit. I would suggest to keep it minimal and focus on the details, and you also want to keep everything balanced, so nothing too chunky next to each other. And if you want to go for a statement piece, I would suggest to go for one statement piece at a time, or at least make sure that you have enough space between your statement pieces so that they don't have to compete for attention. So if you really think about it, jewelry can really be the most affordable and cost-effective item in your wardrobe, because unlike a shirt that you might just wear once a week, jewelry you can wear every day on repeat. It's really easy to be tempted by cheap and trendy pieces, but when it comes to jewelry, investing in a few quality items is usually the smarter choice. They last longer, they look better, and they can elevate your entire wardrobe without you having to have a huge collection. So if you want to shop quality, the key to making wise jewelry investments is understanding the difference between fine jewelry and fashion jewelry. Fashion jewelry, sometimes also referred to as costume jewelry, is typically made from metals like brass or nickel. These pieces are usually trendy and cheap, and they're also more prone to tarnishing and showing signs of wear. While they could be good for experimenting with bold design, if you're unsure or not ready to invest in something right away, they're not really made to last. Now, fine jewelry, on the other hand, is made from precious metals like gold, silver, and platinum. These metals are timeless, durable, and can also increase in value over time. They're also hyperallergenic, so they're a great choice if you have more sensitive skin. While the upfront cost of getting these pieces is higher, their longevity and versatility really makes them a worthwhile investment, at least in my opinion. Fun fact fact, I actually used to work at a jewelry shop where I learned a lot about fine jewelry and the cheaper alternatives. But before that, I used to be someone who would just grab a pack of fashion jewelry and not think twice about it because I was always more into the outfit that I was wearing rather than the accessories and the jewelry. But I quickly realized that fashion jewelry might seem like a bargain at first, but it often tarnishes, breaks, and loses its shine over just a few wears. And over time, replacing those pieces over and over again actually costs more, or at least the same as if you would have just gotten a good quality pair from the beginning. So by investing in a few high quality pieces, you're not just buying jewelry, you're building a collection of staples that will hold their value both sentimentally and financially. And for me, that mindset shift has completely changed how I am now approaching jewelry and accessorizing. So if you have now decided that you're ready to invest, or if you're looking to invest in the future, there are a few basic things about fine jewelry that I think you should know. So if you want to buy silver jewelry, I would recommend to go for 925 sterling silver. This is the highest quality of silver that is used in everyday jewelry. The 925 means that it's made from 92.5% pure silver, and the rest 7.5% is usually copper or another metal. And this is because 100% pure silver would just be too soft to wear for every day. So adding a small amount of another metal makes the jewelry piece much stronger and more durable. Most sterling silver pieces will have a tiny little mark like S925 or just 925, ster, or sterling. You will typically find this on a clasp, inside a ring band, or at the back of your pendant. Now, if you want to buy gold jewelry that you intend to wear every day, you can either go for solid gold pieces or gold-plated pieces. Solid gold pieces are just what it sounds like. They're solid, and gold-plated pieces are made from a different metal that has then been coated with a layer of gold on top. Solid gold typically comes at a much higher price point, and gold-plated pieces are much more affordable. For everyday wear, gold-plated jewelry works just fine, but you also have to know that there are different levels of quality within the plated world. I would recommend to go for jewelry pieces with a gold plating method called vermeil. Vermeil is basically a fancy term for gold-plated jewelry, but it's not just any type of gold plating. It's a layer of real gold, either 14 or 18 karat, plated over a base of sterling silver. So what sets vermeil apart from regular gold plated jewelry is really the thickness of the gold layer. For jewelry to be considered or be able to be called vermeil, it needs to have at least 2.5 microns of gold on the surface, which is thicker than your typical gold plated jewelry. For me personally, gold vermeil is the better option because, well, first of all, we have the affordability. With gold vermeil, you can get the luxury of gold without the high price tag. Then we also have durability, which makes them better for everyday wear because vermeil pieces are less soft than solid gold, so they're less likely to get scratched or misshaped. Since the base is sterling silver, which is a stronger metal, it's more durable than both solid gold and other gold plated jewelry because, as I said, other plated pieces that isn't vermeil could have a thinner gold coating, and they also typically use a cheaper base metal. Then we also have platinum, which I'm mentioning last because it's not really an option for me budget-wise. It's one of the most expensive precious metals, even more expensive than gold just because it is more rare. Platinum is incredibly strong and resistant to scratches, and unlike sterling silver, it doesn't oxidize, so it will stay bright and shiny with very minimal upkeep, while with sterling silver, you might have to clean it more often and just take more care of it. But that has honestly never really been a problem for me. Just make sure to store them in a good dry place, and that goes for all of your jewelry, by the way. Platinum is also 100% pure, which makes them even safer than sterling silver if you have metal sensitivities. So as you can probably tell by now, all of the different metals have their pros and cons, but I will personally typically stay with gold vermeil or sterling silver. That's just a personal preference of mine, and then if I feel like I have the budget and want to invest in a few pieces, I will go for solid gold. But whatever metal you decide to go with, make sure to always build out your jewelry collection slowly. It doesn't have to be a one and done process, and rather think twice about what you want to add and make wise decisions, wise purchases that you're not going to get sick of in a year or two. I think it's always a good idea to buy jewelry with some sort of meaning when you can. Something that reminds you of a certain memory, a place, a person, or a pet, because personalized, meaningful jewelry is never going to go out of style and you're less likely to get sick of it. If investing in fine jewelry isn't really attainable for you at the moment, that's totally fine. It's always something you can work towards later in your jewelry journey. And in the meantime, experimenting with fashion jewelry, vintage finds, and secondhand pieces is already a great way to explore your style. This can help you figure out what you really love, what you like to wear often, and what might be worth investing in down the line. Now let's tackle the big question that everybody always asks. Should I wear silver or should I wear gold? Well, the simple answer is wear whatever you feel like. I know that you guys want a little bit more guidance than that. So if you really have no clue whether you prefer silver or gold, you can follow these steps and hopefully get a little closer to knowing your preference, because it is a big decision, especially if you want to invest in a long-lasting collection that you know that you'll love and wear for years to come. So what stylists will typically say is that if you have a warm undertone, then gold jewelry will suit you better. If you have a cool undertone, then silver jewelry will complement your skin better. And if you have a neutral undertone, then both gold and silver will complement your skin tone equally. And to figure out which one you are, one way is to look at your veins. If they look green, you have a warm undertone. If they look blue or purplish, then you have a cool undertone. And if they look like they have a mix or it's just too hard to tell, then you're probably a neutral undertone. Another way to figure it out could be with the white versus cream test. This is where you hold a piece of pure white fabric next to your face, then do the same with an off-white or creamish color. If your skin looks better against white, you probably have a cool undertone, and if you feel like cream flatters you more, then you probably have a warm undertone. You can also think about how easily you tan. If you tan very easily, then that's probably an indicator that you have a warm tone. But if you burn pretty quickly, then you're most likely cool. So I think that using a combination of these different tests will give you a clearer picture. Also, asking others for their opinion could be a good way to get an unbiased result. Or you can even ask whatever educated professional that you have access to. For example, asking a makeup artist at a cosmetic store is completely for free. Or asking your local hairdresser at your next haircut appointment could also be a good idea. Now, while undertones is a great guide, remember that they're not rules. There's always exception to guidelines, and if you feel like you're drawn to gold even though you have cool undertones or vice versa, always go with your instinct. Confidence is the ultimate accessory, and wearing something that you love will always look better than sticking to guidelines that doesn't feel like you. If you still don't know what you prefer, you can always take a look into your wardrobe and see what colors you tend to wear more often. If you love warm tones like beige, brown, or earthy colors, gold could complement your style the best. But if you love to wear black, navy, or other cool toned colors, then silver could be your go-to. And then if your wardrobe is a mix of both cool and warm tones, then just like if someone would have a neutral undertone, both silver and gold could complement your style equally. I personally really like to wear both silver and gold because as much as I love to talk about styling tips and guidelines, never be afraid to break fashion rules. And an outdated fashion rule that I think you should absolutely break is to not mix metals. So in the next section, we're also going to go through how you can effortlessly mix and match both gold and silver. But another note I just quickly want to mention before we get into that is also to figure out what length, size, and thickness you prefer and suits you. Here you could consider your face shape to choose the best earrings suited for you, like going for longer angular earrings if you want to elongate your face, or go for more rounded earrings if you want to soften a sharp jawline, for example. Also with necklaces, there are different types of necklaces that will suit different necklines better. So make sure that you're doing lots of experimenting. You can borrow some jewelry from friends and family, because something that is so special about jewelry is that it often gets passed down. And I just love to experiment and borrow my mom's jewelry. Plus, it's a really good way to find out your preferred style before you make a big investment. Now, the easiest hack to achieve the most polished and cohesive look is to, of course, match all of your hardware meaning sticking only to gold or only to silver. Mixing metals is really cool once you master it, but it takes a lot of practice. So if you're just starting out with jewelry, I would suggest to go for either silver or gold, at least in the beginning, and then you could build out with different metals over time. So pay attention to all the little details in your outfit, like the hardware of your zippers, buttons, bag, and belt buckle. Matching all of those is instantly going to elevate your style in a very understated and elegant way. Now, if you want to attempt to mix both silver and gold, here are a few tips that I would keep in mind. First tip is to not overdo it, especially when you're just starting out. Choose one focal point and keep the rest minimal, because this will anchor your look and make the blend look more seamless. And unless you can really balance your metals evenly, it's usually best to choose one metal as the dominant color and use the other one as an accent. For example, either wear gold with silver accents or wear silver with gold accents. If you want an easy shortcut to mixing gold and silver jewelry seamlessly, try adding a gemstone to tie it all together. For example, you could choose a plain or a colored gemstone that complements your outfit. Having that consistent little element sprinkled here and there can really bring all of your pieces together, even when you're mixing metals. Or you can also go for adding pre-mixed pieces to your look that is already blending gold and silver in one. Another great tip for creating cohesion and harmony in your jewelry look, which you can use whether you're mixing metals or just wearing gold or just wearing silver, is to intentionally choose your shapes. So either go for more rounded shapes or more angular shapes. This is very subtle, but trust me, it is going to make a huge difference. Of course, it doesn't have to be all of your jewelry, but try to repeat some shapes, because even though it's minimal, having a little bit of repetition sprinkled here and there in your look can make it feel so much more intentional and also more stylish. Besides repeating shapes, you can also try to maintain a certain aesthetic or a certain theme with your jewelry. So for example, if you're wearing a belt buckle with a textured design, you can complement that with similar earrings, rings, or a necklace. Or if you want to go for a more minimal vibe, you can choose more clean lines and understated pieces. Try to at least keep all of the jewelry in a similar aesthetic, design, style, or shapes. I think this is really key for a harmonized and balanced look. Of course, there are always exceptions to styling rules, and you should always take them as guidelines rather than actual rules. Accessories is one of the easiest ways to make your outfit feel uniquely yours. So really use that and have fun in the process. I hope that you found this video helpful, and if you did, please make sure to subscribe, like, or leave a comment. That really helps me out a lot. Thank you so much to Pascal for sponsoring today's video, and don't forget to check them out in the description box below. There you will also find the links to all of my other socials, so whatever content you like to consume, I hope to see you there or here in the next video. Bye!